Hey guys, welcome to Mike Salazar Diagnostics YouTube. I have another ECM or PCM test. This time it's in a 2010 Mustang GT coming from Oregon. Tim, this is your computer. His concern says issue not run permissible signal to AC compressor clutch engagement, which is very common on these computers. And I also would like to add an ad in here. I have a customer that if you watch one of my latest videos, I don't know, my 5 videos or so ago, I have a customer that sent his computer to another facility and they almost destroy his board. I repair because I think it's Elm Automotive or something like that. Look for I think it's a 2012 Mustang 2. And I mean, they destroyed the board to the point that I have to spend hours and hours and hours trying to help this customer because these computers are very expensive. So what I'm trying to do is give you a warning. If you have something like that, please send it to me. I look for a very good reputation repair facility. Flagship, no, they don't repair computers. Auto Computer Exchange, they don't repair computers. All those SIA computers, they sell you used computers. They can maybe replace easy to do like injector or coils drivers when they're mounted and they're on the upper side of the board. These computers, don't even try it. Like if you have an inexpensive computer and you want to send it to them, I mean, good, best of luck. That's all I can say. But when you have a very expensive computer, I would recommend you to find a good, reputable, and look in the reviews, look in the videos. That's what I put my videos so you can understand that I'm not guessing. I know what I'm doing and I take care of your computers. Like in this case with Tim. Let me move you over. Well, you can see the computer is already open. Let me move you over to, let me turn this off in case the intro sometimes wants to revisit or restart. So what I want to show you is the cover of the computer, nice and clean, no bend, no damage. The connector in the computer not broken, no damage. So this is very important because I have seen many times. I mean, yes, you do need to open the computer where they just destroy the board, just even open it. Then what I see on the other computers that I have, like in that Elm Automotive, I mean, they just scratch the entire board. It seems like they have never worked on that computer. So they were looking for, I don't know, for a signal or something. And they removed the entire board, which in these computers, you need special tools to do that. And they bend so much the board that they desolder a lot of the components. I spent, like I said, multiple hours. And I didn't even charge for that. I'm trying, and I was trying to help them. And that computer is actually coming back again. Not because, let me just keep going with the story. The computer came because no communication, no start on the car. So I was able to fix that, check the AC compressor activation, which was the initial concern, like in this case, and all that run good. And I run the computer here, fully running ejector coils and everything. Now it's been, I think, like 2 or 3 weeks. I got a call from them yesterday that they have misfires on four cylinders and they're going to replace the coils and so on. I'm like, well, send me the computer, the instrument cluster, and the key, because with these computers, this Mustang, the pads, the immobilizer part is in the instrument cluster. So if I need to run something like that, I need to have an instrument cluster, which I have now here, one for them. So I don't need the customer. But in a case that you have a no communication, I sometimes request to send everything as a package like that. I know if your problem is in the computer or in the instrument cluster, like I have shown in previous other videos with like the 4 linings and so on. I mean, just again, I'm just trying to give you an introduction of what this could be, and also prepare for that next video that is coming soon. I don't have the computer here yet from Elm Automotive. I don't remember exactly his address, but I know it's coming back, and we'll see what is happening there and I don't blame them, but this is where I don't like to work in somebody else's temp repairs, because then I am now the one to take care of all the damage for a normal repair cost. And I don't think I will do this in this case. I am going to be very honest with them. I'm trying to help you. I correct as much as I could see. But if I have to spend more and more hours, and it's something that, I will prove the damage, It's nothing that I work on that at all. So I don't see myself to be immediately included onto somebody else's mess. You see what I mean? It is hard sometimes, and I'm trying to, and I go beyond trying to help my customers. And if you have ever seen a computer with Mike Salazar Diagnostics, I know that you have experienced that, where I go over beyond and wire diagrams and trying to help you find the problem on the vehicle, which I have done in many occasions. And I don't mind doing that, because I know that, sometimes it's hard to understand the whole topology, the whole wire diagrams, and I have a lot of experience, and I don't mind sharing that, but it's to a point, right? All right, let's move into Tim. All right, so as you can see, I have the computer connected and it's already powered up. I have, as I normally do, well, let me actually move you over to the screen. Let me bring this down. I'm going to, as usual, have small commercials for my business. If you have any computers, instrument cluster, ABS modules for any vehicle, European, domestic, or Asian, I'm your best place to send it to. I'm going to add the website link, or at least a website, on the title of this video, so you can find it there. Because, yeah, my name is a little different and my website name is a little long, and I understand that. But yeah, the website total is Mike Salazar Diagnostics. And yes, my name is spelled M-A-I-C, sounds as Mike. And in here, you can click on that white box. You can download that form that is going to be the repair order. So you can put the B number, concerns, all your contact information, and you have there my telephone, email, and address, which I already add here as well. You have my telephone, my email, and the address right here where I'm moving that red arrow. The order box that we have here, when I'm, flying that arrow, or sorry, that hand now, click here to email. That will open an email, and the chat is the chat. Pretty easy, right? All right, let's go back to the information. So what I have connected already, I have made a harness that I don't need to every time connect powers and grounds. And if you want to know where powers and grounds are, I can just, go into my playlist for Ford, and you will find a Mustang, or just look into, when you enter, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, that will help me a lot too. So go over to the channel area, and in there you have a zoom, which is a search right in the channel. Now you're searching in my videos, and just look for like a Mustang or Ford, and then you can see all the videos that will pop up, and then select the one. And I have shared multiple times the connections on each of these computers, which are pretty simple. But let's focus into the testing here. So as I have here on this video, let me get another box in here, because when I am in PDF files, the arrow pretty much disappears. So this is the computer at the bottom. I am connected into the B connector, which is in this computer, the center connector. And I am having a test light connected to pin 14, which is the command control the computer uses to activate this relay right here. So we have the AC clutch relay, right? So we have a constant, let's call it constant power, which I also have to, I'm going to have to check this PCM relay control too, which is very important. But let's say if the PCM relay is not coming on, the PCM will not talk, because this is also providing power to itself when the ignition is on. So I can disregard that, because the only issue they have is the AC clutch. So let's think that you have a complete good communication, and the terminal 87 on the PCM relay is supplying power through this fuse F46 on the battery junction backs. It's a 5-amp fuse, and this will also provide power to other things in here. We can go over to the power distribution diagram, page 13.5, and then we'll see what is all powered up by that. And I have all that information saved, but let's try to keep this as short as possible. So we see the pin 1 on this relay is power, and this is the control side of the relay. This is the control side of the relay. This is the load side of the relay. So on the control side, we have a power, so the other side has to be a ground. So the computer on pin 14 is sending a ground when it wants to command that clutch relay to close. This will close pin 3 and 5 together, and now we can see that we have a constant power. This time it is a constant power through fuse 25. It's a 10M. That is the control. Sorry, the load side. Now it's a higher. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so I was saying now we have a heavier or a higher amperage fuse, right? Because yeah, this is going to be a bigger load, right? There's a compressor engaged, and that draws a lot more amperage. But so we can see how now when this relay closes, it will close this contact, and now that power will go through. And we have on terminal 1 on the AC clutch, we will have that closing that coil, right? So that will engage the clutch to close, and then the compressor will run. All right, so just a little short explanation. So let me go back to here. All right, so again, everything is connected. I have actually the scanner ready to go. So I'm going to put the scanner in here, and I have the picoscope also here. So in the picoscope, we can see 12 volts right now on the one side because, like I said, I have the power. I'm trying to put the picoscope and everything on my screen because you can see it, but I don't see it yet. So we have 12 volts in here. So let me make this a little smaller so I can have both, and I can, 1 second, guys. All right, so we have, let me just put a cursor so we can see that we have 13.5 volts. So that is the voltage in that line because it's not being activated. So I also can show you that we have the VIN number reading from his page, which is in here as well. Let me see, make sure that goes into focus. Okay, so 123297. And if you read that now on the hotel, on the bottom, we have that same VIN number. So it's completely read by the scanner. And I'm going to reconnect so we can see that, but it's not a problem on connection. So the computer is talking fine. I also, and let me just go back to here so you see where I am. This is the first, this is the topology for Ford that top-down uses. And I'm going to tell you this, not even a Snap-on has it. So I tried to use a Snap-on thinking that the Snap-on covers really well Force. Well, I was very disappointed to find out that it doesn't have this actuation. So this is very unique to top-down. All right, so I'm going to enter the PCM. And this is now the main menu on the scanner that I was before. I'm just going to give you step-by-step where I am. All right, make sure that we can connect. All right, so first. All right, so we can read fault codes. Let me see, key on, engine off, or retrieve constant memory. Let's retrieve the constant memory DTC to see what is in there. Okay, so throttle, fuel rail. Try to see power relay control is open, so that is good because I don't have it connected, and I have that. I can actually connect it to another test light, not a problem. Let me see what else we have here. Throttle. I'm looking for the AC clutch. Yeah, there is not a fault for that. Okay, there is not a fault on that circuit. I'm not going to erase anything. I'm just going to leave it. It is. So the actuation test, as it says, is not in special functions. As you can see here, this is for all this in here. So we need to enter actuation tests. Again, when we enter here, you will not see it here. We have to go to output test mode. And again, this is very unique to top-down. I didn't see it in the Snap-on. So we enter in there and tell us to have the key on, engine off, which we do, right? Also tells us this parameter indicates the state of the PCM powertrain, the PCM output test mode. If the output test mode is on, then all PCM powertrain control module output devices are turned on, except cooling fan and injectors, which is great, right? So that's exactly what we need. So it's not just specifically for the AC clutch, but it will. And you can see another 2010 Mustang GT that I do exactly the same test, and you can see how it works completely perfectly. All right, so we're going to go into here, and now I can add a data stream. The only one that I really want to see is the AC clutch. and we can see that here. So we just selected that. All right, so we're going to click in on, and we can see how that is showing on, but not test light. So we have no test light activation, which is, this is a complete confirmation for Tim that indeed the problem is in the computer. Right, I'm going to turn this off. One other thing that you need to do, and it's very, very important, I'm going to disconnect this. So we're going to lose. Please keep an eye on the, not sure why is, because I make this smaller. Now the picoscope, it gets smaller in there. All right, so what I want you to see is keep an eye on the oscilloscope so you see that that is actually indeed live. If this bulb will be bad, right, I wouldn't have had that voltage right there. So if I unplug this here, you see how I went to 0? That is telling me that the filament on this bulb is actually good. And if I connect this to a ground, which I have here too, this is also just to confirm that my test light is good. And you can see the light now nice and bright in there. I'm providing the ground. So what, again, I'm just trying to show here is that indeed we have a completely bad component in this computer. I also show, and I'm going to put the link on the description, how to replace it, just because I want to show how intricate and how difficult it is. And the danger on doing this is to damage the computer. So this is where if you don't have the skill, you will damage a computer that is, again, very expensive. So I would recommend you to please just enjoy the video and send it to, if you choose Mike Salazar Diagnostics, which I will really want, and that's what I'm doing the videos, to show you that I am your best choice. All right, Tim, thank you so much. This will be part 1, proving that your concern is indeed happening. And I'm now going to perform the repairs and then show the computer fully working after the repairs. Again, I'm going to put the link on the description of this video, of that other video that I did where I show the complete removal and install of the component. All right, see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I'm back. So I forgot actually to show you that I'm indeed connected to the computer, because I mean, I also want to prove without the benefit, without any doubts, that I am connected to the computer, and this is indeed a test that is running live. So I'm going to, instead of disconnect, which is going to take a lot longer, let me go over to data stream, which is again the best place, and let's go over to, let me see, voltage, module supply voltage, perfect. All right, we're going to select that one, and we have the 13 volts. So I'm going to go into again a graph, and I'm going to select here the pit where I can go up, down. I'm changing the voltage on my power supply to show you that indeed I am connected to the scanner, and that if this didn't run is because we have a problem in the computer. Again, just a short add-in on that, so we know that we are indeed connected to the computer. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Expect part 2 coming soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.